So I think you're getting the hang of this. So let's look at a couple of real nice questions, 9 and 10, to kind of finish off this part of the unit. Really, really pretty and really easy questions. For example, it says, consider the graph of this function. There's the graph. Boom, boom, boom. Do you remember how to figure out x and y-intercepts? This becomes really, really important when we're looking at something in the future here. But I just want to figure out, what are the x and y-intercepts? Remember how to do x-intercepts? X-intercepts happen when y equals to 0. Okay, so let this y equal to 0. So you got 0 equaling to x plus 2 and x minus 6. Oh, there we go. So x plus 2 equals to 0, so x equals to minus 2. You remember how to do that. That's math 20. X minus 6 equals to 0, so x equals to 6. So there's your two wonderful intercepts. Beautiful. Okay, so what's your y-intercept here? Well, notice that this is in factored form, but you have to remember that a y-intercept means that your x equals to 0. Well, that's gone. That's gone. So you have y equals to positive 2 times negative 6. So your y-intercept is going to be minus 12. Real super easy, but you're going to see later on that this becomes really, really important to know how to do this. Let's look at the last question here. Very last question. Example number 10. Okay, here we go. Very simple, very straightforward, really nice question. Take a look at this. This is, the function is this. Y equals f of x. It's transformed to g of x, which looks an awful lot like that. Now, the original point, this 4, 6, was on the original graph. Okay, perfect. So that's your x original, that's your y original. Now, there's another point that we have here, and I got to erase this in order to see it. I have a new point here that's 7, 24, and that's now on this graph, this g of x graph here. The question is, what is this b value to make this all work? So since we're dealing with the b value, you have to remember we're dealing with the horizontal, right? We're dealing with a horizontal stretch. Okay, all right. So if we're dealing with a horizontal stretch then here, sports fans, we got to remember that you're not affecting the y value at all. We don't care about the y value. We want to know the value of b. So let's go to it. Well, that just kind of makes sense, because let me show you something here. Before I even go to it, let me show you something which is really, really cool. Okay? The part that's really, really cool is you know that this is a vertical stretch factor of 4. Hey, what's 4 times 6? Yeah, 24. Works. So let's concentrate on that b value then. Okay, you remember that there's a nice little mapping that goes with this. It says every x value has to be multiplied by 1 over b plus some sort of h value, right? That gives us our new point. This is our image point. Image point. Okay? Right. Okay, so start asking yourself some questions. Here's the original. There's 4. Okay? That must be this guy right here. Okay? We don't know what b is. Okay? So there's 4. What's your h? Your h is 5 plus 5 has to give us a new image point. What's the image point? Our image point is 7. Perfect. Let's solve this. It's actually pretty easy to solve. All right. Okay. So let's solve. All right. Subtract the 5 from both sides. Boom. I got, well, I can multiply this out and just go 1 times 4, b times 1, which is 4 over b, right? This cancels out to leave me with 7 minus 5 is 2, right? Now, let's figure this out. Okay, simple. Cross multiply. This is going to be 2b. Oh, Hamlet equals to 4. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. B, in fact, is 2, right? So if you go back into the original equation then, you can put the b, let's clean this up. Let's put the b right there, and the b value is 2. So you can say g of x complete now is 4, the function, 2x minus 5. There it is, and that'll work just beautifully. Now, if they said, what is the stretch factor? Okay, what is the stretch factor? Then the stretch factor, of course, is 1/2. But think about it. Think about it. The stretch factor has to be 1/2 and moved 5 to the right. Let's see if that works. 4 times 1/2 moved 5 right. I hope that gives us 7. And we know if we're right, if it works, 4 times a half is 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. Oh my God, yeah, it worked beautifully. So you know you've done this question right. Really nice way to end off this section with these 2 nice, easy questions.